All eyes are on Hurricane Irma as it continues to spin just to the north of Cuba. Still a Category 3 storm with winds at 125 miles per hour. Notice pressure dropping since the latest observation. We previously had 938, now at 933. So signs that as the eye pops off the coast, actually seeing a little bit of strengthening. That is a worrisome sign as it moves northward towards the Florida Keys and eventually towards the west coast of Florida. Tropical warnings out for nearly all of Florida as that Cat 3 storm continues to spin to the south. We're still expecting the impacts to be right along the west coast. So you're talking about Naples, Fort Myers, into Sarasota and Tampa, but still tropical force and hurricane force winds expected along the east coast, the Atlantic side of Florida. So we're expecting some really intense winds and also storm surge. So we're going to be watching both of those very closely. Here's the latest track. Just to the north of Cuba right now, makes landfall in Key West as we go into the overnight, and eventually by tomorrow afternoon just to the south of Naples, Florida, near Sanibel Island. We're going to be watching for a landfall potentially right near Fort Myers, and then eventually making another landfall near the Tampa Bay area before it moves further to the north. And I mentioned how this comes offshore of Cuba, now entering into some of the warmest waters we have throughout the entire world. So expecting that storm to strengthen potentially back into a Category 4 storm when all is said and done. Certainly something that we don't want to see. Here's a wind gust forecast as we go into tomorrow afternoon. Notice how winds coming right off the Atlantic Ocean for Miami and into West Palm Beach with 87 mile per hour wind gusts. So we're expecting the storm surge to be really strong and high as we go into tomorrow afternoon for there. As we go into the west coast of Florida, notice how winds are coming off of the land. But as we go into the evening, the winds shift back around, coming off the Gulf of Mexico. By Monday overnight, that's when we start to see the biggest storm surge potential for the Atlantic side of things. Winds gusting over 80 miles per hour in Tampa, Orlando, West Palm Beach, still seeing some pretty impressive gusts before that system moves off to the north. And I mentioned the storm surge. Pretty impressive as you go into the Atlantic side of things, 2 to 4 feet, even Miami 5 to 10 feet. It's really not until we get into the Naples, Fort Myers, and points further to the south, 8 to 12 feet. You're talking about life-threatening storm surge there. Winds already in Fort Lauderdale gusting up to 80 miles per hour. In Miami at the International Airport there, 75 miles per hour. Very impressive stuff, and we still have a day yet to go. Irma impacts the surge. That is always, historically speaking, the biggest damage maker in hurricanes for widespread damage, with winds gusting over 100 miles per hour in many locations and locally up to 20 inches of rain in some areas. This is going to be a storm that does leave a lasting impact on the state of Florida. Satellite and radar for us shows a few showers throughout the area, but these will dry up as we go later on into this evening. High temperatures today were in the upper 60s and low 70s. A mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. A pretty fall-like day, if you will, with temperatures in many spots failing to reach that 70-degree mark. Dew points are in the mid to low 50s. Will probably fall to about the dew point with mostly clear skies tonight. Those rain showers coming to an end and calming winds. We will see our temperatures falling to right about 52 degrees in Boston, mid-40s as you go into central Mass. High pressure will build in as we go into the middle of next week. We have a lot of sunshine in the forecast, so expect that. We're going to get through some partly cloudy skies tonight with temperatures in the low 50s, upper 40s. Tomorrow, only back to about 70 degrees, 60s as you go into the Cape, the islands, 65 degrees. Our hour-by-hour forecast shows those showers drying up, a lot of sunshine with partly cloudy skies into the afternoon, maybe a spot shower here or there, but much like today, many places remaining high and dry. But as we go into Monday, notice how we clear out nicely, high pressure building on in, a lot of sunshine in the forecast for Monday. Temperatures also increasing with that 79 degrees for Monday, low 80s for Tuesday and Wednesday. We do have an isolated chance for showers on Thursday, but look at the rest of the week. Very dry, a lot of sunshine, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s and low 80s.